So I want to know who out there has started a business or wants to start a business. All right, give yourself a hand. I will bet that it's because you see either a hole in the market or you have a real passion for something. Well, my passion is actually getting involved in the community. And as you can see from Sarad's presentation, there's a real reason, because there's so much going on there. In 2005, there were over 700 nonprofits. Actually, there were 976, and my favorite one was Christian Paintball Society. Really? What? But in 2005, there were over 700 nonprofits, and they were touching everybody's lives because they were incredibly entrepreneurial. They would take in the ideas that their volunteers brought with them, and they would take their own program and they would meld it because they just were absorbing what were the needs, what do we need to do, how do we respond. That's what makes nonprofits incredibly cool. Now, sadly, some of them actually don't have the business expertise to be as effective and efficient as they might be. So in 2005, we did a bunch of research. And when I say we, it's with my friend Jacqueline Dugarry, who I'd worked with in the past. And she and I have been sharing ideas for years. And so we started to do a lot of research. And I sat at Seaville Coffee and drank more coffee than any one human being should. And people would come to Seaville Coffee because it was better than your living room when you're starting up, right? And we would brainstorm about, well, how could we make this sector more effective and efficient without losing its heart? Fast forward a year, and the Center for Nonprofit Excellence opened because there were philanthropists, known as investors in the for-profit world. There was a company called Dominion Digital, and I think Anthony's here, who believed in us and built the website for free. There was another individual who built our database for free. And there were volunteers throughout our community who thought, yeah, I can teach fundraising, marketing, and strategic planning. And I mean, we're talking professionals who agreed to go up to Live Arts and teach the class for any nonprofit who wanted to come together. We created a hub for innovation because when you put different organizations together, they learn from each other, for resource sharing, and to extend business knowledge. Now go a little bit further. To remember the recession? It was a little bit of a scary time for small businesses. And as I said, I was always at Seaville Coffee. So Tuan Nguyen approached me and said, you know, can you help out with an idea I have? Because he had felt the lack of bank lending personally. So we put together a group of people who wanted to think about, wow, Tuan's not the only one who's experiencing this. I wonder if there are other entrepreneurs out there, small businesses who can't get loans, who probably could be doing a better job with their business if they just knew how to access it. Same idea as what we did with C&E. We talked to a whole bunch of people, and we came together around an idea called the Community Investment Collaborative. And I just realized I'm supposed to be like flipping this thing and oops. Anyways, around the Community Investment Collaborative. CIC made this model that was sort of the hybrid best of business and nonprofits. The nonprofit piece was that we wanted to be as helpful to anybody and we wanted to include everyone. So our teachers are volunteers. The banks, who, you know what, guys, they're not all bad guys. It's just not very profitable for them to work with the really little guys. So they helped found a loan fund that's Charlottesville, the county of Fluvanna, philanthropists, and other businesses started a revolving loan fund. And we created a 16-week course to teach business to entrepreneurs who wanted to start a business or wanted help with their business. Now, rather than start up on our own a whole new thing, we licensed this curriculum from a great successful program in New York, and we had others come and help us. So CIC's successful model is one of training, mentoring, financing, and networking. As you can see from this slide, we have had amazing success, and part of the success is because it is open to everybody. I'd like to introduce you to one of CIC's graduates, who's one of the 196 people who who helps economic development in this community and it thrives herself. So JEANETHA Brown Douglas wanted to start her own business. She had been in the food industry for 22 years, and she started going to classes at PVCC. And then she fell on some hard times. Long story short, she ended up being homeless, but she pulled herself up and she got help at Piedmont Housing Alliance with financial counselor, and she found an apartment. She lives with her 2 kids who help her in her new business, JBD Catering. This is an amazing company that she is proud to be the sole owner of. She has clients like VDOT, PVCC, and she reaches out to Mead Pool every summer, where she supplies all of the healthy snacks. As JEANETHA said, I just couldn't have done it without the gift of knowledge that I received from Piedmont Housing Alliance and CIC. Sometimes having other people to help you push yourself harder is really what you need. Now, as you can hear from JEANETHA's words, and what you can hear from CNE and CIC is actually what makes Charlottesville an extraordinary community. It's because everyone reaches out and everyone tries to figure out how to be helpful. Entrepreneurship is not all about money. It's about an idea, it's about a passion, and it's about helping the next person. As again, JEANETHA said, I feel so lucky and blessed to be where I am now. I received so much help. I've made up my mind that I'm going to help the next person because somebody gave me a chance. I challenge each one of you to think about your dream, to reach out and find the person who can help you or be the person who can help someone else. Thank you very much.